Well, we're relatively new MRO, but with a lot of very experienced MRO personnel. So we've got about 250 years of experience amongst the senior management, but only 1.5 years of proper MRO operating so far. So we're very pleased that we've got the business into black territory as opposed to red ink territory after 18 months. It's remarkable. And I think that we can look forward to up to a 4-fold increase in turnover next year. More important than that is the service that we've been able to deliver to some very blue chip customers. Obviously, when you first start out doing something like this, you tend to get some aircraft, some of which are in a bit of a sorry state, and you do a good job on those. The word gets around, and eventually some big players take the plunge. So sovereign national airlines, all the big lease companies, and indeed an OEM Airbus came in for several months doing a sharklet fitting on an aircraft that was never designed to have sharklets fitted. So that gave us that was like a shop window for what we could do, and we're attracting a lot of key players now. We're limited in that we have four bays, but that's in a way not really a limitation, because we should be able to eventually be able to operate those 4 bays 24 hours a day. So that's our top limit, is 24 hours a day, 4 bays. It is seasonal. Most of the maintenance is done in the winter, when a lot of the airplanes have less demanding schedules and there are some spare airframes kicking around. But I think one of the places to look for expansion is not necessarily in Europe, although obviously you don't rule it out if it happens, but the real expansion in aviation is in Asia, and if you're going to expand into Asia, you've got to go there. And so we've been going there over the last few years, building relationships. My proudest moment, I hope, shortly will be doing the proving flight on a new airline, which we're really looking forward to doing. And that airline is, of course, supported by the MRO, and crucially, the MRO is very important to its development and indeed its inception. In many ways, having the MRO enabled our strategy of developing this particular airline. It enabled it to exist in the way that it does now. So that's one. And I guess I quite like the moment when Monarch Airlines flew in a brand new Airbus from Toulouse, with the delivery team on board and Airbus on board, and they delivered it direct to us, and we did the in-service checks for them, and then it went off into service. I think this is just an enormously exciting time for us. We've gotten 2.5 years from zero, and after 2.5 years with nothing, with not a single penny of government money of any description going into this business, we've got a full service MRO with all Boeing and all Airbus narrow body approvals, with Part 21 design and manufacturing waiting in the wings. We've got an airline up and running which should be profitable within the first 6 weeks. We've got a training company that's going to start turning out type ratings and cadets, and is already doing training for major airlines. And on the side, I'm a shareholder in hybrid air vehicles, and I'm waiting to see this astonishing airplane back in the skies. So that's enough for me to lie awake at night and pinch myself and go, how do we do all this?